Hi everyone, it's Tico and welcome to Gypsy Tarot. What we're going to be looking at today is the upcoming partial solar eclipse that'll be happening on March 29th around sunrise. So that's partial solar eclipse in Aries. Going to be a big pause before this, a monumental push or change of energy. So this could come with some like reevaluation of plans or unexpected events, things along that nature. Because it's a partial solar eclipse, some of the information may be a little more obscured or not come in as clearly. So I figured it would be a good time to do a reading, kind of moving away from the, full moon lunar eclipse. Coming up into the solar eclipse now, what we should be aware of, and then kind of looking at after eclipse and after. So coming up, what should we be aware of? Two of Wands in reverse, which is funny because that's Mars in Aries. So more Aries energy there. Two of Wands, fire, options for what we're passionate about, what we're interested in, entrepreneurial options for pursuits. It's interesting as becoming aware of, with the Two of Wands, what we should become aware of, if for our full moon intention setting, I would say both is um, to examine, maybe now would be the time to examine which projects we want to put our energy into and which ones just aren't going to bring us fruition. Or is this path that I'm on actually going to bring me the, success and motivation and inspiration I need to be able to bring that back to myself, family, community? So a little bit of reevaluation there, because the Two of Wands is all about making that choice, but then putting that energy forward. And once we do that, the other one's kind of gone. The other thing I think is interesting is just because it came up in the reverse position. I would say with the Two of Wands reversed, maybe thinking about that now might not be the exact right time to impulsively abandon something in order just to full trailblaze onto something else, right? This would be, taking that pause to consider the options before moving forward. So I could see the full or the solar eclipse and then the energy afterwards. You could use that almost as an internal marker moving into the Aries there as we're moving into spring, coming up with this equinox here as okay, now I can go back and reevaluate maybe what I thought about here and kind of put on pause. So either putting a project on pause or putting that decision making process and analyses on pause as well. With the solar eclipse, what's that information is going to bring us? Two of Cups. That's a standard love card, so already I'm going to say for someone in relationships, if you're in relationships, if you're dating someone, if you're close right there, Two of Cups is Venus in Cancer, so this is all about the feels. So that, but so this could mean it could bring us mixed messages of information. Someone might be wondering if we want to take the relationship spin. Someone might be wondering, is this the best way to be proceeding forward with this particular person? Or if I proceed on this path, will me and this person's bond grow? Or if we don't have this relationship yet, am I choosing the right path that's going to bring me that love and connection, right? That partnership that comes along with this card. Um, well, I'll pull some clarifying cards at the end here because I want to be, don't want to have the partial eclipse obscure the information, right? That's why we're doing this reading here. I'm going to go ahead and cross that to Page of Pentacles. Okay. So that's something to kind of take into consideration here. There's going to be a lot of exploring options on this earth plane, right? This isn't really necessarily committing into one particular practical path or investment or person relationship right now. But I don't think this is necessarily like cutting them out, saying, oh, I'm not going to commit to you. It's more along the lines of, oh, together, if you're in a relationship together, what are some of these ideas and interests that we might want to think about? This is a daydreaming card, but with the Page of Pentacles, that's going to be on the earth plane. So that's some new pursuits, start daydreaming and think about, okay, well, what hasn't been working? What isn't moving us forward? What should we be putting our energy into to kind of bring some of that lasting connection? And do we want to invest in that? Do we want to invest in this? do we together want to invest in, whether it's a project, a plan, a house, a business idea, just building that relationship in general. And the page doesn't have to come with a lot of experience, right? There's a lot of ingrained innocence in the pages, where it's an authentic innocence where we can say, hey, maybe we don't have a lot of experience like working some of these things out or, building towards, or I don't know which way to move right now, but maybe I shouldn't really be decided making that decision because some of that might be kind of just be based on some immaturity and indecision. Let's see what's going to be following up after the eclipse. Seven of Swords reversed. I'm going to go ahead and cross that already with the High Priestess. Secrets. But the Seven of Swords, secrets are out in the open, okay? The High Priestess, something that's really kind of been kept inner, quiet, not meant to be shared or known right now. With the Seven of Swords, intentions are going to be out in the open. Psychic intentions are going to be out in the open. What we think or what we feel about people or what they think or feel about us, we're going to be able to feel, sense, intuit that vibe, have some of that knowing. This is the first major arcana. So she trumps the entire reading. Um, Seven of Swords reversed. People, if there's people who are manipulating or just have their own agendas, or are insecure mentally, any of those types of relationships, especially with that strong Two of Cups in the middle here with the Two of Wands, you know, those will all be exposed. Also, I could see, and this gets down to some of that idea of, making sure we get clear information, really using one's intuition, really take your time to tap into like a deeper or inner knowing, whether it's coming from that, space where we're centered and receptive, but really using that intuition to understand and get the information. Because sometimes this card can really mean mental just instability in general, right? Feeling kind of crazy. This is a moon in Aquarius reverse. So, like, all these thoughts going on, and there isn't really this, like, organizational system to them, right? Because a high priestess is there, they're going to have to do with feelings, things that are hidden, maybe things that are in our subconscious, some subconscious blocks that we might be working on with ourselves or as a collective. I just did a video of that on my other channel, actually. Um, Three subconscious blocks. I can link that in the description. But, you know, that's just something we're going to want to be aware of and really tapping into the high priestess energy because she won't steer you wrong. She's very stable. She's in between the two pillars, right? She guards the tree of life in the background. She has the access of the psychic moon, right? Versus this guy here. So she's going to be able to kind of trump and overpower that. So I think it's really going to be a time to just rely on our inner knowing because we'll know which information resonates for us well. So while we want to think about these things and keep these perspectives into consideration and information gather, wouldn't be time to make any like large quick decisions because after that eclipse cycle, the solar eclipse, some of that information I think will be made known to us. So hope that reading helps and blessings.